Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome to economics online class. In the previous class we discussed regarding the economics, meaning and definitions of economics. Let us study what are the economic activities and non-economic activities. So economic activities are nothing but students, those activities which are related to money. ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಎಂದರೇನು ಅಂತ, ಯಾವ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಹಣ ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ಆ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ತೊಡಗಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಆ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ which are related to money, because in economics we are studying mainly about the money and functions of money, how the people are going to earn the money. Thus those activities which are related to money, those activities, which are the activities? Examples. For example, we can take the examples for economic activities. Why these economic activities are essential? Is this essential, students? Yes, sure. It is essential to earn money. Why the money is needed for the human beings? Hana yake beku? For day to day life, day to day transaction, to satisfy our wants. Thus to earn money, economic activities are very essential. To earn money, ಹಣವನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ಬೇಕು. Why this money is needed? Money is essential to satisfy our wants, to satisfy one's needs. To satisfy one needs is nothing but, students, satisfying one's needs means to satisfy the human wants. Human wants are unlimited, resources are limited. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಯಕೆಗಳು ಅಪರಿಮಿತವಾಗಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲಗಳು ಮಿತವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊನೆಯ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ದ ಅನ್ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ we need money. This money is a limited resource. So the people engage in the different economic activities with the intention of getting more money. So to earn the money and to satisfy one's needs, economic activities are very, very essential. So let us see what are the economic activities. So mainly the activities in the economy are classified into two broad categories. One is economic activities, other one is non-economic activities. So first we are going to see what are the economic activities. Economic activities are those activities which are related to money. So people engage in the one or other kind of activities. They may engage in the production, consumption, distribution, exchange, any kind of activities. What is the main intention behind this? The main intention behind this is to earn money and to satisfy one's needs. So to satisfy one's needs, all the people or all individuals engage in one or other activities. Those activities related to earning money is said to be the economic activities. So let us see what are the main economic activities. For example, teaching. Teacher is going to teach the subject. Thus teaching is a work. So for this work he or she going to earn money in the form of salary. in the form of salary. So through the salary is going to get the money. So work engaged is teaching, profession is teaching. So who is called as teacher? It is a service rendered by the teacher, that is teaching. Through the teaching he or she going to get the reward called money in the form of salary. Thus teacher is considered as teacher and teaching together considered as economic activities. From those activities which we are going to earn something or earn money is said to be the economic activities. Even not only a teacher, all you can take doctors, lawyers or farmers engaged in farming. Why? Because farmers engaged in farming to earn money. By selling their goods, they are going to get the money. Farmers are going to produce the things, or they are going to engage in farming activity, and they are going to earn the money after selling their goods in the market. Thus teacher, farmer, lawyers, doctors, all are considered as the service providers. Together with the service, they are going to earn the money as a reward or as their salary. So the main intention behind the economic activities is to earn money and to satisfy their needs. To satisfy one's needs, all should engage in the economic activities. So instead of this, some activities which are not related to the earning money. So those activities which are not related to earn money is said to be the non-economic activities. That are also economic activities, but they are not going to get the money. All the people are engaged in the one or other kind of activities. But some activities which are not going to earn something or earn money to be the non-economic activities. For example, see here, for example, non-economic activities means the activities which are not related to earn money, which are not related to earn money. For example, earn money, which are not related to earn money, activities which are not related to earn money are said to be the economic activities. So can you say the examples for non-economic activities? Yes. So non-economic activities, example, mother is going to teach her children. Mother is teaching her children. This is considered as non-economic activities. Why? Teacher is going to teach the students. It is considered as economic activities because for this activity she or he going to earn money in the form of salary. But mother is going to teach her children. He is not at all going to earn anything. Sacrifice. Those activities which involves is said to be the non-economic activities. One more example I will give you. Cooking. For example, mother is going to cook for his family or her family. So mother or father sometimes, those who are going to cook the food for her family, it is said to be the non-economic activities. Because here they are not at all going to earn anything for these activities, involving in the some activities. So cooking and teaching the children at home are not at all considered under the economic activities. They are considered as non-economic activities. Thus economic activities involves teaching, farming, working in a factory or industry or any company, or those activities which gives a money or which are related to money are said to be the economic activities. So once again there are some classification under the economic activities. Basically economic activities are includes only two types, economic activity and non-economic activities. But in the economic activities, there are again 4 types. Let us see. Again, there are 4 types under the economic activities, which are, here economic activities are again classified into 4 categories or 4 types. First one, consumption. Second one, production. Third one, distribution. Fourth one, exchange. These activities are also considered as basic or main functions of economy. All economies are engaging in these 4 main functions: consumption, production, distribution, exchange. CPDE, short form CPDE, consumption, production, distribution, exchange. Let us see what are those types of activities through the chart. It is very easy to remember the economic activities, students. Economic activities can be explained through the chart. Economic activities. There are 4 main economic activities, I said. Economic activities are nothing but those activities which are related to earn money. First one, consumption. Consumption. Production. Second one, production. Third one, distribution. Distribution. Fourth one, exchange. Consumption, production, distribution, exchange. Consumption, production, distribution, exchange. By this chart, you are easy to remember. It is very easy to remember the economic activities. So, through the economic activities, meaning already you know those activities which gives you money to satisfy your needs. So, first one is, you can consider consumption. So, what is consumption? I already said consumption is nothing but to buy goods and services one or other engaged in the economic activities. Consumption is related to the purchase of goods and services. It is related to the goods and services, consuming goods and services. For example, consumption, we are going to study goods and services. Those people who engaged in the consumption process are considered as a consumer. Consumer is one who buy a goods. Consumer ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನುಭೋಗಿ, ಯಾರು ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅನುಭೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಶಾಪಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಹಣವನ್ನ ಪೇ ಏನಾಗ್ತೀರಿ? ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಂಜಾಯಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್. ಆ ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಂಡಂತ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ದ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ services. People engaged in buying and selling of goods and services are said to be the consumption. Those person who are engaged in the consumption process are called as consumer. Thus it is called economic activities. Why? Because for example, you cannot get something for nothing, because if you don't have the money, you are unable to get anything. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣವೇ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಶಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಯಾರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. Because all are engaged in the economic activities to gain something. So you cannot get something for nothing. Nothing means ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸಿಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So you should engage in one or other kind of economic activities, either consumption, production, distribution or exchange to earn a money. Thus consumption process includes activities related to the goods and services. For example, if the goods and services produced by the firm is going to produce these goods and services, you are going to purchase as a rational human being or individual or consumer. So if we are going to purchase that, then we are called as consumers. Then we are considered as consumers. I may be the consumer, I may be the producer if I produce some goods and services. So I may be the consumer if I consume some goods and services. For example, if I buy a chalk and chalk box, so if I buy this duster, I am a consumer because I am using this some activities. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಹಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರನ್ನು ಅನುಭೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಆ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಂಡದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವ ಶಾಪ್ ಕೀಪರ್ಸ್, ಅವರನ್ನು ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. ದಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸ್ತಾನೋ ಅಥವಾ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾನೋ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು? ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಮನಿ, ಹಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್? ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ವಿತ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್. ಹಣವನ್ನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನ ಆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಆ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ದೋಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬೈ ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ಯಾರು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವ್ರು ಅವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ? ಹಣವನ್ನ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಬೈಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ದ ಮನಿ ಟು ದ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್. ಬೈಯರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ಗೆ ಹಣವನ್ನ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನ ಅಗೇನ್ ರೀಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಗೇನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೀಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ purchasing the goods. Consumer is engaged in buying a goods. Seller is engaged in selling or sales activities, and ultimately the seller is going to he is going to purchase the goods from the factory or company. Again he is going to sell that goods to the consumer. Thus it includes goods and service. Seller is going to give the service to the buyer. Thus consumption is one kind of economic activities. Here you can see the money transaction. Those activities which are related to money is said to be the economic activities. Second main activity in the economic activity is production. So under the production, you already studied, production is a process of converting raw material into finished goods. What is production now? Production is nothing but converting the raw material into finished goods, means final goods. Raw cotton, for example, I will give you the example. Raw cotton is there. This raw cotton is raw material, ಕಚ್ಚಾ ವಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. This raw cotton, after the process of production, it will become a cloth, cotton cloth. After the many stage of production process, it will come out with the ready cloth. So it is said to be the finished goods. Cloth is a finished goods. Raw cotton is semi-finished goods or raw material. Raw cotton is raw material. Cloth is finished goods. Thus, converting the raw material into finished products or finished goods is said to be the. So those person who engaged in this process, production process, ಯಾರು ಈ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ತೊಡಗಿಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಉತ್ಪಾದಕ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ those person who engaged in the production process are said to be the producer. Producer is one who engaged in the production process. So what is the main intention behind this production? So producer is producing the goods by using factors of production. ಏನು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ which are influencing factors in the production. ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. If you wanted to grow a sugar cane is needed. So for growing that we need a land. Land is called as factors of production. Producing the sugar cane we require a land. Portion of land is required. Without land it is unable to produce any goods or build a factory or running any kind of economic activities. Thus land is considered as factors of production. First major factors of production is land. Next, for producing sugarcane, what we need? We need a labor. To work in the land, we need a labor. Labors we need. Those land and labor are very important in the process of production. Thus they are considered as factors of production. Then land is there, labor is there. It is not enough for the production process. What we are going to need now? We should invest something. We need a capital. Land, labor, capital we needed. For investment we need a capital. May be a physical capital or it may be any other kind of capital. We need a capital and ultimately we need a organization. One organization is needed to purchase these goods. One market is needed in the form of organization. Land is there, labor is there, capital invested in the land and laborers are working in the land. For that they are going to earn a wages. Land is going to get the rent and capital is going to earn the interest. Organization is going to earn the profit or loss. So there are four main factors of production involved in the economic activity, students. First one is land, second one is labor, third one is capital, fourth one is organization. How it is called as economic activities, you may ask with me. So I will say now, see here students, land is for using the land, one should pay the rent. For using the land, one should pay the rent. Land is going to rewarded by rent. Land is rewarded with rent. ಗೇಣಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಗೇಣಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. And labor is for working, he is going to earn the wages, ವೇತನ, ಸಂಬಳ. ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ? ಸಂಬಳವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಮನಿ, ಹಣ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ರಿವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. Organization is going to earn a profit. At last, after the several process of production, organization is going to earn a profit. Thus, main factors of production are land, labor, capital, organization. Rewards given to these factors are in the form of factor payments. Factor payments. Payments given to the factors using rent, wages, interest and profit. Rent, wages, interest and profit. Thus, production is a process of converting a raw material into finished goods or semi-finished goods into finished goods. By using the factors of production, land, labor, capital, organization, with the factor payments, rent, wages, interest and profit. Thus, money is exchanged between the economy. Money is transacting between the economy. Thus, it is said to be the economic activities. So, one more economic activity is distribution. Distribution is nothing but distributing the national income, not distributing the goods among the people. While distributing the national income, how it is going to distribute means, already I said, when the consumption is taking place, goods and services are exchanged between the different households and business sectors. So after this production is taking place, in the production process, we are using the production process, we are using land, labor, capital, organization, factors of production. So for that, rewards given in the form of factor payments, rent, wages, interest, profit. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆದಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆದಂತಹ ವೇತನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸಂಬಳ ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ರೆಮ್ಯುನರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಆರ್ ವೇಜಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ, ವೇಜ್, ರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ? ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಂಪೋಸ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಆನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್, ಆನ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಅಮಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಲೇಬರ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ರೆಂಟ್, ವೇಜಸ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಸೊ ಬೈ ದ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. GDP means G means gross, D means domestic, P means product. Gross means total, domestic means internal, product means producing the goods. Total internal production in the country is said to be the GDP. So gross domestic product is produced on the basis of factors of payments and factors of production. So through the tax imposed by the government, national income is distributed among the buyers and sellers and among the individuals and among the economy. Now you can see all the four main activities in the economy. First one is consumption, second one is production, third economic activity is distribution, and fourth one is exchange. Fourth one is exchange. How the exchange taking place in the economy? Why it is said to be the economic activities? It may be the question with you. So listen here students, exchange is nothing but exchange of goods and services within the country or between the countries. Exchange of goods and services, ವಿತರಣೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So distribution ಅನ್ನೋದು ವಿತರಣೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ವಿನಿಮಯ. ವಿತರಣೆ, ವಿನಿಮಯ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವಸ್ತು ವಿನಿಮಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ವಿದಿನ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ರೈಸ್, paddy cultivation is there in Karnataka. So Tamil Nadu is not having this much of paddy cultivation. So they can grow wheat. So we can exchange wheat with the rice. Thus exchange taking place internally. Internally exchange taking place. It is also considered as economic activity because while exchanging the goods, we are going to exchange the money. Those activities which is related to money is said to be the economic activities. Thus exchange of goods and services taking place within the country or rest of the world. How the exchange taking place with the rest of the world? In the school sections or in the previous class, we studied regarding the economics and basic economic activities. Export and import in the international trade. Have you heard? I hope you understood, heard this topic. Exchange. Exchange of goods through the export and import. Export and import. Exim. We call it as exim. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಫ್ತು ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇರುವ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಆಮದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ವಿನಿಮಯ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಅ ರೆಡ್ ಇಂಕ್ ಪೆನ್, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಅ ಬ್ಲೂ ಇಂಕ್ ಪೆನ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ರೆಡ್ ಇಂಕ್ ಪೆನ್, ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಬ್ಲೂ ಇಂಕ್ ಪೆನ್. ವಿತ್ ಯು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, blue ink pen is there, red ink is there, with me blue ink is there. We can exchange for money. those activities which is related to money only called as economic activities. Gifts are not considered as economic activities. For example, petrol and petroleum products are imported from Arabian countries to India. That is import. Here exchange taking place. For that we are paying money for them, payments. So that money is exchanged between the countries. Understood? So for example, that is import. We are exporting some cotton and cotton clothes and related that. That is said to be the export. So those activities which is related to the internal trade or external trade, ಆಂತರಿಕ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಅಥವಾ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ನಾವು, ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಹಣ ಗಳಿಸಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗ್ತದೋ ಆ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ, ವಿನಿಮಯ ಅಥವಾ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನುಭೋಗ, ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವಿತರಣೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ವಿನಿಮಯ. I hope you all understood this topic, what is economic activity. So here economic activity mainly related to the monetary activities, for money gain something. So because we cannot get something for nothing, namge enu illade enu sigudilla. If you have the 50 rupees then only you can buy something. If you have the 1000 rupees you can buy something to satisfy your needs. If you don't have any money, your balance is zero balance account, then how you are going to buy something? So to gain something we should have something. Thus we cannot get something for nothing. To gain something all should involve in the economic activity. So this topic is mainly related to the basic concepts of economics, that is economic activities and non-economic activities. So in the exchange I said about the export. Together with you can study exchange in the form of monetary exchange and barter exchange. Monetary exchange and barter exchange. Monetary exchange is nothing but students exchange the goods and services for the with the hope of making profit, and for the money we are going to exchange the goods and services with the intention of getting profit. Under the barter system of exchange, goods were exchanged for goods. Barter system ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರಬಹುದು. In the school days you learnt about barter system in the 9th standard I hope. ಬಾರ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದ ವಸ್ತುಗೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಧಿ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಧಿ ಬೇಕು, ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಅಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಗೋಧಿಯನ್ನ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಎರಡರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು? ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್, ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯವರಿಂದ ಗೋಧಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್. It is the traditional system of exchange, said to be the barter system of exchange. But nowadays it lost its importance or significance because of money. Now all the economic activities are surrounded by money. Thus monetary exchange system is present nowadays, and barter system of exchange is very inconvenient because we cannot divide the things in this. So in the next second piece you are going to see detail the barter system of exchange. So just you learn what are the main economic activities: consumption, production, distribution, exchange. These are considered as economic activities. So here in the production I said producing the goods will increase the GDP growth rate. So what is the GDP growth rate at present? That you should know. For your general knowledge, at present it is 23.36%. GDP growth rate is came down to 23.36 or 26. It will be verified from June, July, August. Traimasika anta heltivi. For the last 3 months GDP growth rate is came down to 23.36. So it means production is very less nowadays. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ GDP ಗ್ರೋತ್ ರೇಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ? 23% ಗೆ ಇಳಿದಿದೆ. Earlier it was above 55%. We are exporting something. Now we are importing all the goods and services. It is because of lack of production. It may be the impact of COVID-19. This is just for your general knowledge. Make a note this in your point book. Present GDP growth rate from the June, July, August is 23.36%. So I hope you all understood these economic activities and non-economic activities. Next class we are going to discuss about the importance of statistics, because we are going to study the economics as a base with why the statistics is essential for economics. What is economics? What are the functions of economy? What are the activities in the economy that we learnt? Next class we are going to study what is statistics. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.